Okay, so it's painfully obvious at this point that the first thing that needs to be reduced as you age is volume and intensity. And I know anytime that I try to train above 80%, I'll tweak something, pull something, hurt myself. So I get pissed, and then I can't train for 3 or 4 days, and I have to modify a whole bunch of shit versus just a little bit of shit versus how it is, right? And some of that is decisions that I've made in my past. So if you're younger, like, pay attention. You don't need to break yourself every training session, because that breaking yourself then leads to effects downstream that are not worth the minute capacity gains in the short term. Okay, so your joint health is like a real thing, and I mean, this is like talking to a wall for anybody that's under 30 listening to this, probably like, you're full of shit. But you don't have to break yourself every training session in order to make progress, right? Sometimes it's taking you, a lot of times it's taking you backwards. So understanding how to train at percentages, how to understand training at rates of perceived exertion, and how to monitor breath work and recovery, especially if you're in a stressful job like first responder, fire, medic, police, military. Like, if you're a high stress person, you can't handle that much high stress working out. So that's all these gurus, these destructive groups. I can't even think of one right now, but like those guys that just like pay me $10,000 to kick you in the nuts, and one of those guys, like, they just all go hard as fuck, right? And that's not the answer, right? You don't have to break yourself in order to make gains, okay? You actually shouldn't, most of the time. Some of the time, not most of the time. So today was like, how do I train at intensity that's appropriate for me? How do I listen and slow down when I need to and still get a lot out of the training session, as well as, like, what are you training for? You know what I mean? Like, what's the requisite amount of strength or capacity you need to train to get to what you want? And that's like a definitional goals, you know? It's like, if you're 40 plus years old and you back squat, 1.5 times your body weight, like, that's probably good enough, unless you have some ultra specific goal that you're attacking. The requisite amount of strength, the requisite amount of capacity. Like, do you need that extra little bit in order to do what you want to do? And if the answer is no, the risk doesn't outweigh the reward. Okay, so you've got to remember that as well. So that's what I tried to keep in mind today. So I trained with the little boys, and kept me in check, because I was training to keep them moving. And it wasn't as much about me and the progress that I need to make, because with my elbow that I just had cut on, and my knee that I just had cut on, and all the other aches and stuff that I've been dealing with, that's still telling me I've had years of overtraining, and I need to continue to, like, practice what I preach here and ratchet it back down, and understand that, like, this is a part of what I'm going through right now, and it's gonna be all right. Like, I don't need to do that in order to be who I think I need to become or be or whatever. So there we go. That's today. All right, get after it.